Right now, switch your family to T-Mobile and get 4 lines for $25 a line with AutoPay and 5G access included on America's largest 5G network. So don't wait. Get unlimited and nationwide 5G access for the whole family for just $25 a line. Visit a T-Mobile store or T-Mobile.com today.
Plus taxes and fees. Customers may notice lower speeds and further reduction if using over 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video at 480p. Unlimited while on our network. Qualifying credit and 4+ lines required. Capable device required for 5G. Coverage not available in some areas. Some uses may require certain features. See T-Mobile.com.
Right now, switch your family to T-Mobile and get 4 lines for $25 a line with AutoPay and 5G access included on America's largest 5G network. So don't wait. Get unlimited and nationwide 5G access for the whole family for just $25 a line. Visit a T-Mobile store or T-Mobile.com today.
Plus taxes and fees. Customers may notice lower speeds and further reduction if using over 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video at 480p. Unlimited while on our network. Qualifying credit and 4+ lines required. Capable device required for 5G. Coverage not available in some areas. Some uses may require certain features. See T-Mobile.com.
What's up, world? Welcome to Jade and XD. Wagwan.
Hey, nothing.
Yeah.
What's up with you?
Man. You know, some bullshit.
Always.
No. Like, my life has been, I've been like saying how, my life is really like dry and like a bowl of cream of wheat, like made by like a Kardashian. Mm-hmm. Which, you know what we haven't talked about?
What?
I know you're big on Snapchat now because that's like your thing.
Big, but I like it.
Yeah. So, did you know that Kim Kardashian's on Snapchat?
They have their own app, so I just assume that they have everything.
Sure. But also, did you know that she cooks on her Snapchat?
Hair.
And did you also know
Crack.
that she cooks soul food on her Snapchat?
Like SOLE, like as in she like grills boots?
No. For her husband's birthday. I thought this was like a one-off. She made like fried...
Kraft mac and cheese balls?
No. She did make macaroni and cheese. And she made green beans.
Out the can?
Let me start over. She attempted to make macaroni and cheese and green beans. No, I mean it was baked.
She probably used some of those crunchy onions in a can.
No, she didn't. And then she fried wings.
And olive oil.
And I think she made a cornbread muffin.
Jiffy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I fucks with Jiffy. Shit, I don't give a fuck.
Low key.
Yeah. Yeah. But I thought this was just the one-off because she did it for her husband for his birthday.
Like that food right there that you just said?
Yeah. But then she did it again and again. So, like, she cooks.
You know I'm irritated.
Of course you are.
Like...
Yeah. But...
Does she cook her native Armenian dishes?
No, I don't know about all that. I know on the show she makes a fierce ramen noodle. Don't look at me that way. But anyway, back to me because that's more important. I have been trying to do this adult shit, right? Like I've got a new credit. I got a financial advisor.
I know, you told us.
I know. Did I tell the world or just you?
You told the world.
Did I? I don't think so because I don't.
It all flows.
Thing. Yeah, okay. Because it's just really talking to you, really. And then people just happen to listen to our conversation.
Legitimately.
Because that's just how this show fucking works. But yeah, I got a financial planner like last month. Shout out to my girl PK. She has getting me right together, like snatching my financial life by the taint hairs. And because I feel like, from the root. Because I'm 30 and I realized that I totally suck at adulting. And my credit score proved that.
How old are you again?
30.
He's being facetious. He tells us every episode.
Yeah. I know. Because I have to remind myself that I'm 30. Yeah. Just like we're on a new show. But any black ass way, like literally, she has been nothing but like the Beyonce to like my credit. Like it's shot up like almost 30 points in 3 weeks.
That's amazing.
I know.
That's important.
I know. And like you know, like you know, like growing up, like you hear credit and credit cards, and no one ever really teaches you about money the way they should, because a lot of people just don't know.
The Friend Zone did an episode on this.
Yeah, they did. But it's just like, nigga, if I would know like then what I know now, a bitch would have an 850 credit score like early.
And a rack in the bank.
Yeah.
Like a rack. I mean, if I knew everything that I know now, I would have gotten a financial advisor from the minute I got my first McDonald's check. Like, I would have... When you
threw the burger at that lady?
Well, I threw a cheeseburger. She deserved it. Hello, Maria. Anyway. So...
Her name would be Maria.
Her name was seriously Maria. I'm not even being
Did she wear a bun and black hair?
Maybe.
Mm-hmm. Was she, like, shaped like a Maytag?
More like a bottle of Chambord.
Mmm.
Speaking of Chambord, it's not going to be this week, but we're going to do our last tip for this week, and then I think we're going to go back to Cocktail of the Week.
Oh my God, vintage.
Only because, yeah, you know I like to sell my stuff to the consignment shop.
Yeah.
Only because it's you know, it was definitely a favorite, and we've gotten a lot of requests, so...
Yeah.
You know, we might remix it a little bit. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do yet, but I think we will start to focus on cocktails again, because I know that you guys have really been asking for that. And it's the summer, and
niggas trying to get lit.
Yeah, they want to get litty in the summer.
Yeah. How was your week?
It was good. Noah turned 3.
Yeah.
So many of you all sent her well wishes, so we appreciate that.
I'm so mad I couldn't have been there.
She was so excited. She was so excited to be 3, but she didn't have a nap, so she wilded out. Like she went bananas. So definitely, like, make your kids take a nap.
Did you? Well, you hyped her up on sugar.
Well, she had ice cream with sprinkles. Mm-hmm. She took about 2 bites of it. She was too busy playing with all the like vintage things that were in the ice cream shop, because we went to like an old school soda shop, like an old pharmacy.
Yeah,
so like
it was good, right? I've been there before.
And banana splits and things like that. Yeah, it was really good. It was really good. So, it was really grown. It was very grown. It was like all of Noah's favorite ladies. It was like all her favorite ladies. So, Crystal was there, and she's got an amazing gift for Noah. Like she said we're gonna go on a brunch and a day at the American Girl store.
Oh my gosh.
So we're gonna go have her make a custom American Girls doll, and we're gonna do, the 3 of us are gonna do a little American Girls brunch with Noah.
Oh my gosh. Have you ever been to the American Girl store?
You know I haven't. You know I have not. Let
me tell you something. It is something. It's overwhelming.
Wow.
Like,
well, I just imagine anywhere that has that many dolls in it is probably overwhelming and maybe a little creepy.
Oh no, it's definitely creepy. But it's real like FAO Schwartz used to be.
Yo, I used to love FAO Schwartz, but it was like, it had a low-key creepiness to it, but I enjoyed it. It was like a nostalgia creepiness. Like watching an old scary movie as opposed to a new one. Right. Because, you know, new scary movies be doing entirely too much. I know y'all niggas love Saw, but it's a lot. Yeah. You know Saw is a lot when you can just go back and watch the old Texas Chainsaw Massacre and everybody's going to shriek.
Yeah, Crystal and I went to go see the first Conjuring. And we went to a screening, and they had a priest at the beginning, like there, to bless the audience before we watched it.
Nope.
Crystal and I were like, we can still leave. But at the end of the movie, we wait and go in the bathroom, whatever. Here comes a 7-year-old child walking out like, that was cool.
Why? Okay, why?
Yeah.
Eminem said it in a song. He said that the children were in the front of the movies with the uncle screaming, go, whatever, go. Why do you have a baby in a movie called The Conjuring where you have a priest blessing niggas with holy water?
Mm-hmm. They even gave us holy water, too, in a vial.
And I'm going to assume...
Actually, you are going to assume wrong.
Ooh, it's Gorilla Gate 2.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Niggas had their 7-year-old in The Conjuring?
Boots, my nigga. Yeah.
What's wrong with y'all?
Yeah.
What's wrong? You know better. Yeah. You know better. You know your grandmother told you to leave them demons alone.
To be fair, I believe, like, it was probably, like a court-ordered visit. Like, he was with his father.
So he didn't know anything else to do outside of taking that child to go see The Conjuring.
I told you it was court-ordered.
There is a playground in every project in New York.
Yeah. I mean, it was also free tickets, so...
So he thought he was doing something different and cultured.
Yeah.
Took the baby to go see The Conjuring.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, I understand what you're trying to do, my nigga.
Yeah. But any black ass way, thank you for listening as always to Jada NXT.
Oh! I went to 305 Live. And I have to say that a lot of you came up to me and you were very sweet. And I hope that I was too. Y'all know half the time I be somewhere else.
Yeah.
So...
Sitting under a high-grade willow tree.
You know, so I really hope that I was just as sweet to you as you all were to me as far as I can remember. Like, everybody was very sweet. I had people yelling blueberry mac and cheese. I took a few pictures. But I definitely want to make sure that you guys get shouted out because you're great. Like, thanks for continuing to support us.
Yeah.
Rolling with niggas.
Yeah.
Rolling with the homies.
Oh, rest in peace, Brittany Murphy.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
We've been doing is looking at the data, and we know that police somehow manage to de-escalate, disarm, and not kill white people every day. So what's going to happen is we are going to have equal rights and justice in our own country, or we will restructure their function and ours.
So the BET Awards.
Yes.
Did you watch?
Some of it.
What some did you watch?
I watched everything from when you were here on. So that was from
Jesse Williams' speech.
Well, you know, I saw that online.
Yeah.
You know, I saw Beyonce and Kendrick online. You know, I saw Jesse online, and I saw Jesse on the TV, and I saw Jesse online again.
Mm-hmm.
And again.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you liked his speech?
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Okay.
Go ahead, Contrary Mary.
I don't have anything to say.
You absolutely have something to say.
I don't.
Like, everybody cheered and waypad, so... like, I'm trying to figure out... like...
I don't know what to make of it, so I don't have any comments.
You have none whatsoever?
No. I don't.
But you didn't go up for it.
I didn't say that. I don't know what to make of it. So
what is
I don't
it
have
that
a
you
comment.
couldn't make? Like what?
I don't have a comment. Like I don't have any thought. Like he said what he said.
I said what I said.
He said what he said.
With that gum in his mouth.
And that was that. Like that's all I got. Like okay, you said that. Congratulations to all on your humanitarian efforts, and I'm glad you've been awarded for it.
Well, I went. You know, I went up for it.
Yeah, and it's cool. I went
up for it, like the entire thing. I saw where he got a little drunk uncle-ish, like where it's like, and another thing.
Yeah.
I did, but I appreciate it.
His wife is black.
Yes, she is. He has him a
black,
like just
wife.
A black woman.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, like she is just a black woman. Like that's all. Like if I were to like think black woman, like, that'd be her.
Like, she can totally probably teach you how to do Bantu knots.
Yeah, I mean, she had to do it for her hairstyle that night, the night before.
Right, and I'm sure that it's on YouTube.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
he got him a black woman. He got him a beautiful black woman.
Yeah, I'm sure she's a part of, like, naturality.
Totally. Like, she probably does, like, banana, olive oil, deep conditioners.
With egg whites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Protein wash.
Afro-G treatments.
Like apple cider vinegar, shampoos.
Yeah, she does not do regular shampoo. She only co-washes.
Right.
And, like, clarifies with ACV.
Exactly.
Yeah, she subscribes to Hey Fred Hey. Yeah, the Prince tributes on BET Awards, I was like, Janelle did amazing.
Janelle, she did so good.
She got the cheeks out. I was happy.
Yeah.
You know, she, you know, that was wonderful. Janelle Monáe is so pretty.
She is like a little doll. If I had cheeks like that, I'd have them out too.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Me too.
But
sorry I'm late, everyone.
It's all right.
The meeting's just getting started.
Are you in your closet?
Yeah, it's the quietest place. Not the roomiest, though.
Getting closer with your closet these days?
That a dinosaur costume behind you?
What? No.
The Container Store's custom closet sale is here to help with up to 25% off closet systems and free virtual in-home closet design.
Who wants Sean to put on the dino suit?
Really, guys?
The Container Store, where space comes from.
Okay, so work's done and you're craving something spicy and salty. I know. What I do is snack on Blue Diamond wasabi and soy sauce flavored almonds. They're so good, and almonds are a superfood. Don't deny your cravings. Eat them. Blue Diamond almonds. Crave victoriously.
I don't have cheeks like that.
Me either, girl. But
I got cheeks.
Yeah, me too. I got Debris.
That's what Kit calls my butt.
Yeah.
She's like, I got a little Debbie. Your butt is Deborah.
yeah, I got a Deborah. Yeah, but and then Anthony Anderson had his cheeks out too, and nobody really wanted that.
He could have absolutely
kept all of that. Like, I was like, oh, that
could have stayed at the bottom of the duffel bag.
Absolutely. Like, we didn't need that. Like, who wrote that?
I have always said that Bilal channels Prince in some of his songs.
Yeah.
So
although he was dressed like Jaimin Hansu in Amistad.
Well, it's Bilal.
Yeah, and he also had like the cornrows that you get before you're about to get a sew-in.
And make sure, I keep saying it.
Yeah.
Listen to In Another Life.
Yeah, it's a really good album.
Such a good album.
And I haven't really banged with Bilal since like Soul Sister. And even then that was a little, whew.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was smoking, I don't know what kind of weed that was.
Sure.
Okay. So, speaking of weed, Badu didn't really do that well.
I missed her. I heard that her
she messed up the words. She was like, she kind of sang the way like Fantasia talks, or used to, because now Fantasia speaks like Whitney Houston, which means she speaks like a drag queen.
Yeah, she does.
But yeah, it was just kind of like off, and I was like, ooh, Badu, you must have switched strains, or like your dealer wasn't. Or maybe your batch that you grew wasn't, you know.
That's real.
Yeah, we all have our down days.
Or, I mean, you remember in the Jackson 5 movie where they had to learn the national anthem at the last minute. So, she might have just learned that song.
Very true. Very
never know.
true. Very true. Yeah, you could be a Badu apologist. It's fine.
I know, but I can't with the R. Kelly comment.
Yeah.
With the brother, I'm like, come on.
Yeah, it's fine.
The siblings always agree.
Did you see the Jennifer Hudson when she was singing and loud and you heard her from sea to shining sea?
No, I'm sure I heard it wherever I was.
Yeah.
But so here's the thing about watching Jennifer Hudson.
Here's the thing.
About watching her, like, her knees are so distracting that
she has really big knees.
I avoid like visual performances.
She has big knees. Just like Marsha Ambrosius.
And
like,
they're
they have
quite
really big
not.
knees. Yeah.
So.
And I don't know if that's like an affect of being big.
Mm-mm.
But like, she has really big knees. So does Marsha Ambrosius.
She just stands funny, and I every time I watch, it's so distracting to me, so I just don't do it.
She was also dressed like Rachel Marin in The Bodyguard.
You and these comparisons. No, but the BET, I mean, Beyonce did what I would have done, like showed up and left.
I mean, and then people give her so much flack, like, yeah, she didn't left. I'm like, okay, she's a busy woman.
I got something to do.
And honestly, Beyonce had to perform at the BET Awards. Like, she is rebranding herself as a black woman. Because, like, I don't know, she ain't forgot, but white people forgot.
Yeah, they did for a second.
So, she was like, oh, let me remind y'all how black, who the fuck do you think I am?
Right.
A black woman. And so she showed up. And she performed the blackest song on her album. Well, the blackest song on her album is "Don't Hurt Yourself."
No, it's "Freedom."
Okay. Why do you think that?
Kendrick.
Outside, okay. I don't really know what he's talking about in the song though. He's just kind of like being kind of like Beelzebub about things. But I just, whatever. You young whippersnappers love K. Dot, and I won't take that away from you.
And don't you love Frank Ocean?
No.
Oh.
For what? He seems like Jerome the mechanic on Martin.
Oh, okay. Ooh, okay, good.
No. Like, I tried listening to Frank Ocean. Like, I have Channel Orange, like, not legally, obvi. But, like, he'll talk about, like, cocaine tigers and like, he's infatuated with cocaine, which most people are in this, like, people born in like the 90s. But I can't get jiggy with Frank. The only things I like by Frank Ocean are the songs that he's written for other people, and not every song. I think, honestly, I like "I Miss You" by Beyonce.
Oh, did he write that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I like that song too.
Yeah. "Superpower" by Beyonce.
That's not my favorite.
I like it not because of it sounds nice. Like, I just don't really get it.
I could do without it.
The one song he has the one song I actually truly love is he did a song on Alicia Keys' last album, and it's called "One Thing," and that's a really pretty song. Really pretty. It's sad, but it's pretty. Yeah, it's sad, but it's pretty. He's good at like melancholy, like homo tunes.
Okay.
Because that's what they are. Like, he has a song with like Brandy called "First in Love," and only gays would think of shit like that, But the BET Awards, it was fine. It was long.
Yeah, it was really long.
Like, it was long.
Because I didn't even see the whole thing, and what I saw was long.
Yeah, that shit was
Sheila E. went off.
Let me tell you.
She went. I was standing in here washing these dishes.
Yeah, like, I stood the fuck up in my bedroom.
I might have banged my utensils like drums for a second.
I was like, you better play, bitch. And Maite, that's how you, Maite?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, was in the performance, like, all they needed was Apollonia. Is Apollonia still with us? Yeah, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Maybe she was too distraught. I can understand, but...
I just can't do it. So, I have like 12 minutes left of Orange is the New Black. 18. Am I like, is there something else coming? And the last, like... So, Caputo's about to give his speech.
So you got past the...
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
When can we talk about it? Like, when is the statute of limitations up where you can talk about Orange is the New Black?
By next week we can talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah.
So y'all better hurry up.
Yeah, hurry the fuck up. And keep in mind, I only watched the last 3, like I told you. So. And you realize why I said that, right? Because it was just like, girl, I didn't need any of this.
Well, it's entertainment.
Girl, I have other things to watch. Like, Wags is back.
I don't even know what that is.
Wives and Girlfriends of Sports Players. It's like the E version of Basketball Wives, which is coming back. But anyway, more important, yeah, BET Awards. We done?
Yeah.
I don't have anything else. Mm-mm. Oh, but speaking of BET Awards.
Been sitting here, can't get you off my mind. Try my best to be a man and be strong. I drove myself insane, wishing I could touch your face. But the truth remains yours.
So, your girl, J. Tim, was watching the BET Awards, probably, trying to figure out what he can siphon and usurp for the next album. What the young whippersnappers are doing. Try to see if he can incorporate the words lit, into his new repartee. He decided to comment on Jesse Williams' speech, and he added him and said, I'm inspired. BET Awards 2016. So there was this young lad on Twitter who retweeted him and said, "So are you going to stop appropriating our music, our culture, and apologize to Janet too?" Oh, God. So before I go on, I didn't know we still... at the last few Black people meetings, we have not discussed Janet Jackson.
Listen, when did that happen? 2004?
2000 a long fucking time ago is what happened. That's when it happened.
I
was a teenager.
I was a freshman in college?
Yeah. I was a teenager.
2004.
I was 18.
Stop.
Not even. If it's February, I was 17.
Listen, here's what it is. Justin Timberlake has never been out here trying to pretend to be a black man. He's never said, he has his white wife and his white baby. They got a baby, right?
Mm-hmm. Named Silas or Milo or Trader Joe's or something.
And just because he appreciates soulful music and then he tries to incorporate that into his style and that's the style that he prefers doesn't necessarily mean that he's appropriating. There are people who are legitimately appropriating. When you see a model in a magazine and they're talking about Bantu knots as a high fashion hairstyle, that's appropriation. When you see the Kardashians all deciding that they want to look like J-Lo, in the Jenny from the Block video, maybe that's somewhat of appropriation. But just because he appreciates that, but just because he appreciates that style of music and that's the style of music that he's more geared towards, stop trying to be mad about everything. And I'm a very black person who gets upset about so much. And I'm you can't be mad about everything. You are literally going to be mad all the time.
Yeah, that's that James Baldwin quote. I'm paraphrasing. It's pretty much the more woke you are, the more angry you're going to be. Yeah, I've always had this issue with appropriation where it's do people want white artists to walk around with a disclaimer on their chest black people did this first, right? Is that what it is? Because I'm genuinely asking that so I don't think that everything is being appropriated. I'm not saying that you shouldn't feel away because you could, whatever. I don't know.
It's not just
I'm just not as me, XD Xavier Delow. I am not as offended or quick to call offense on some things. And I think that goes to your point that we've talked about before is there's bigger fish to fry with us.
Yeah, there's so much more to be upset about.
Now it's when people say Elvis is the king of rock and roll, then I was whoa there.
Yeah, hold on, daddy.
Yeah.
Yes, I get that, but it's not Justin Timberlake is going out and getting Macklemore to produce his R&B album. You know what I'm saying? At least he went and tried to get Timbaland as
Yeah, and there's always going to be that argument the blacks went to the whites and we sold our culture. I'm yeah, we did, but listen, I also err on the side of we got to get paid too. It's really difficult when it comes to race relations and all that good stuff. And people aren't ever gonna agree on this at all.
And if you're gonna be upset at Justin Timberlake, you gotta be upset at Amy Winehouse or Adele.
Yeah.
And nobody's mad at them, myself included. So like, stop trying to be mad about everything. It's just not that serious all the time.
Yeah, but the problem with him, with Justin Timberlake, and this, he responded. He was like, "Oh, you sweet soul. The more you realize that we are the same, the more we can have a conversation." That's when.
Oh, that's another woe there.
Yeah. So it's like, I get where you were talking about, and I don't disagree with you. And then, because, you know, like, and my grandmother says this all the time, like, white people are cool until they get white on you. And I never really knew what that meant until I got to be grown. And now I'm like, And this was that moment. Like, what do you mean we're all the same?
You just shouldn't have responded. Like, keep it as it is. You said you appreciated Jesse Williams' speech. Leave it at that.
He was just like, you know, I was truly inspired by Jesse Williams' speech because I really do feel that we're all one, a human race. We not, bro.
All lives matter to me now. See, that's where you can start to get a little irritated. Like, all right. But so he should have just stopped where it was. Like, he was fine saying that he appreciated the speech. I don't think there was anything wrong with him saying that he appreciated the speech. And I do think that old boy who jumped at him probably should have just left it alone. Like,
people attack celebrities and say wild shit to people all the time. And you know,
what
it's
does he
weird.
need to apologize for? What did he? I don't even understand what the problem was. It wasn't a wardrobe malfunction.
I don't know.
Okay.
That literally
Was it
Kim.
2004?
Literally, Kim. It was 12 years ago.
Bible?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, like, the biggest news of the week was nothing to do with us. Well, a little bit. Was Brexit, and it's a cute little name for something that's really serious. And Brexit stands for the British exit of the European Union. Mm-hmm. And it's very like big, and a lot of people don't really have an idea of foreign policy or like international politics because it's like, you know, we're Americans and we're kind of like, you know, staunch and arrogant and think we're the shit and we're only give a shit about what we do here, which is, you know, the truth. But Jade and I definitely was like, you know, we should do our due diligence to bring our audience or make our audience, you know, aware of what's going on in the news today. Mm-hmm. So Jade and I have decided to compile a real niggas guide to Brexit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let us begin.
Bust it.
So check it, right? Like, you know, long time ago, you know, there's like mad countries in Europe, right? There's like UK and then the rest of them. And which is the reason why I'm telling it this way. So, like, you know, a lot of them have beef. Like, they didn't really fuck with one another. Like, people were like, no, we're the power of Europe. No, we're the star. We're the Beyonce. No, we're the Beyonce. Not everybody could be the fucking Beyonce.
Right.
So they fought about it. And they had really big wars and shit.
And everybody knows Germany's Michelle.
Yeah. And so, like, I'm sure you kind of heard about these wars. Like, one was called World War I. The other one was called World War II.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you've ever... I mean, I'm sure you've heard of them. I mean, like, in passing.
Everybody knows Lil Wayne's mixtapes.
Yeah. So, eventually they got tired of fighting because they were like, truth is, I'm tired. Options are few. Literally. And we're like, all right, let's just band together and, like, try to figure out a way to, like, you know, make this shit happen because, you know, sometimes relationships get ill.
No doubt.
Yeah. So they decided to form this little union, like a new Dipset Purple City Bird Gang called the European Union.
Dipset.
Yep. And so it was comprised with a bunch of, you know, countries in Europe, a lot of them, not all of them, because some of them were like, "Whoa, skirt, you need to cut it," and then some of them were like, I see what you're doing, but I don't really fuck with it completely. And one of those countries was the UK.
Bum.
Because they were like, oh, y'all are trying to do this money thing with this something called the euro, and I don't really fuck with it like that.
Nah, we're gonna keep our pounds.
Yeah, we're gonna keep our pound. But we gonna fuck with the trade, the free trade. You know, y'all could bring some shit over here. Like, you could sell your loud here. We could sell our pills there. It's lit. No beef. And it's fine. Yo niggas could crash over here, you know, anytime. This is where immigration comes in.
Yeah.
Because some countries were like, oh, well, if we're all a part of the EU, you know, like maybe some people could just crash over at your crib for a couple years or the rest of their lives or whatever. And then some other countries were like, sure, because that's what's in the agreement.
Exactly.
So in the UK, there's some, you know, just like in America, there's just some racists, because racism is wherever you go. I don't see why people think, oh, if Trump gets elected, I'm leaving the country. Okay, they just not gonna like your black ass in a whole nother pond. So how about that?
They don't like us nowhere.
Exactly. So the conservatives in the UK were like, there's a lot of Polish people moving in. And
they're white dirty.
Yeah, and so like, I don't understand. Like, they can't just go back to their own country. So, that was one thing. Another issue was, you know, how can y'all have, you know, this money political power, but not have, like, political power attached to it? Like, you can't, like, you know, the first rule is first you get the money, then you get the power. How you have money with no power? That doesn't make any sense.
Money, power, respect.
Exactly.
That's what you need in life.
And everybody's trying to get respect. And the UK was like, nah, we don't fuck with that.
Nah.
So, the conservatives drew up this little bill. And they were just kind of like, well, I don't think this is going to, you know, work. Because, you know, niggas really like being a part of the union. And we're just going to do this for shits and giggles because niggas is bored. In the midst of this, they homegirl got assassinated, Jo Cox. She was a member of parliament. Mm-hmm. Rest in peace. So, this even fueled more to, you know, bring the bill to pass. And so they were just like, we're going to make this up and we're going to vote on it, but we don't think this is going to pass. Like, nah.
All they can do is say no.
Exactly. And then last week, they brought it to vote. And what happened? It passed. So what does this mean, really? Oh, also, after it passed, the Prime Minister of the UK, who brought up the bill, resigned. Because he was like, oh shit, I didn't think this was going to happen.
And he didn't know what to do after that.
Exactly. How do I undo this? So he quit. Because, you know, sometimes, you know, winners give up on themselves. So, you know, what this means is, you know, like, there's going to be a lot of immigration reform. Mm-hmm. People are going to lose their jobs.
They don't want you niggas over there.
Exactly. They also are in economic strife because if you ever notice and check the news that day, the exchange rate for the British pound was damn near pennies. Mm. And how do I know? Because everybody went on ASOS that day and racked up for like $20.
Damn.
I know. The exchange rate, it was like 30, I think it was like 70 cents to the dollar.
What? And then wasn't there
more? Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. It was bad. So what does this mean for us? You know, mortgage rates. If you have any like stocks in the Dow, niggas know if they have stocks in the Dow. So if this doesn't apply to you, let it fly. Just know you took a hard hit the other day.
Woo, it was nasty.
Yeah, the CEO of Topshop lost $900 million.
Of Topshop?
Yeah.
Damn. So
it was only like a percentage of his wealth, though. Like it wasn't like
about to go on sale?
No, girl. It was like I think it was only like 10% of his wealth. Like that nigga has buku dollars.
Oh my goodness.
Like $900 million. It's a lot. It's a mild day. But yeah,
that's like somebody dropping $100 bill.
Yeah, like oh fuck. Not me, because if I dropped $100 bill, I would shit my pants. But I'd be like, it's $100. I can earn it back. But still.
Exactly. That's probably what he's like.
Yeah, but $900 million is a lot of fucking money.
That's so much. I don't even know what to do with that.
Me either. But,
I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Get rich and die trying.
Okay. So that's, Brexit in a nutshell. I left some minor details out, like, like the free trade thing and how they're gonna, outsource work like they do here. How like you can never get a hold of a Sprint customer care person.
Oh my God! If it's not on their script, then they cannot discuss it with you.
Exactly. So, for all other information, go to vox.com.
For all my Southside niggas that know me best, I feel like me and Taylor might still have sex. Why? I made that bitch famous.
So did you watch Kanye's video?
Yes.
What were your thoughts?
I'll never get that 10 minutes back.
Yeah.
That was pretty much what it was.
Yeah. I don't really have much to say about it.
Like, Ray J looked like a corpse.
Well, it wasn't the actual people.
No, I know. Wasn't it actually Kanye, though?
Yeah, it was him.
Was it Kim?
That I don't know.
That seems to be like the great debate, if that was really Kim.
I mean, she never wastes an opportunity to be naked on camera.
Exactly, and he never wastes an opportunity now to put her in a video.
Exactly. So I don't, something tells me they're going to come out with like an artistic sex tape.
Oh God, please don't.
Like, I feel like, he's going to get really high on it one day because I feel like Kanye West smokes K2. And I feel like he don't do K2.
No, you'll be running in the street with your shoes off.
Please, don't do that ever.
Apparently, right at Myrtle and Broadway, it's been reported that that's one of the hottest K2 spots.
Yes, because that fucking corner store sells it, and I report it all the time. Yes, I do snitch. I don't give a fuck because that shit is crazy. That is a public health hazard, and that
is crack.
Yeah.
Because niggas are acting like crackheads.
Because if you notice... Okay, sorry guys. This is like Brooklyn talk. So if you ever notice, if you go to that train station that's there, there's been an influx of, active users and, homeless, people, just begging for change. Not to say, that's a bad thing. Well, I mean, it sucks. But even though there's a shelter down the block, there's a couple shelters. But, there's been an influx of, that's where niggas do K2. And...
See, Amber said she was on the platform, and a nigga came running at her with no shoes on and his sneakers in his hands.
Mm-hmm. I believe it.
That is crazy.
This guy was sitting in the middle of the parking lot of the grocery store.
That's also where they filmed Gotham.
Really?
Yeah. They filmed, so many scenes of Gotham.
Really? Okay.
So.
Well, no, he was literally, you can tell that was his steez. He wasn't an actor. That was his thing.
He was literally smoking K2.
Yeah, he's smoking K2. But anyway, Kanye West came out with this video for Famous. If you haven't heard it, it's on the life of P.D. Pablo. Oh, it's not P.D. Pablo. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I probably would have bought it if it was the life of P.D. Pablo. I'm like,
me too.
I'm like, oh, well, this is interesting.
There's definitely going to be a song about barbecue.
Yeah. Right. Oh my gosh, the life of P.D. Is he still with us?
I don't.
Yes, he was because he was on Empire.
What?
Yeah.
That's so random.
He was on Empire. Of course, he was in jail.
Of course he was.
Yeah. He was one of Terrence Howard's fellow inmates, and Chris Rock, and Ludacris. Well, Ludacris was the CEO.
How did he do?
He was himself.
Okay.
With big teeth.
Those teeth. He just bought his wife a G-Wagon.
That's
just
dope.
Surprised her with a G-Wagon just because.
That's dope. And you know what's even more dope?
What?
She could have bought herself one too because
she's a doctor.
She's
a doctor.
Yeah, exactly.
But this nigga just surprised her talking about it's Mrs. Bridges' Day. Yes,
it is.
Yes, it is.
I just want a nigga to email me. Like you know what I mean? Like,
I
hey.
just want a nigga to pay for my tits and not judge my feet.
Yes.
Like, that's it.
Yes, that's it.
That's it.
But anyway, back to Kanye. Yeah, so the video dropped, and so, you know, people had their little hot takes and opinions, and one person in particular, and by person I use that term loosely, Little Critter had a lot to say.
Oh.
She went to her Facebook page and was like, that was me typing angrily. And by Little Critter, I'm talking about Lena Dunham. She went on to say all these things and how, you know, she didn't appreciate the people that she admired, like Taylor Swift. She said that.
Well, her opinions are already null and void.
Well, first of all, anyway, she said all that, and she was just like, you know, I appreciate the art, but this is just not for me. I don't have anything cool to say. Sorry. And this is weird, and this is like misrepresentation of like women, and these young girls are gonna watch it, and yada yada yada. She said a bunch of things. But then I was like, girl, didn't you molest your sister?
What?
Yeah. In her memoir, she talks about touching her sister, and I believe she put marbles in her vagina.
What?
Yeah.
Why would you talk about that?
Her 6-year-old sister.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, and of course, her her memoir is, you know, a comedic one.
Wait a minute.
We begin today's meditation with a few sipping exercises to remind us a little treat can go a long way. So pick up your McCafe iced coffees, close your eyes, and deep sip in. And deep satisfaction out.
Take a treat retreat at McDonald's. Right now, get a McCafe iced coffee in any size and any flavor for just 99 cents until 11 a.m. Price of participation may vary.
Right now, switch your family to T-Mobile and get 4 lines for $25 a line with AutoPay and 5G access included on America's largest 5G network. So don't wait. Get unlimited and nationwide 5G access for the whole family for just $25 a line. Visit a T-Mobile store or T-Mobile.com today.
Plus taxes and fees. Customers may notice lower speeds and further reduction if using over 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video at 480p. Unlimited while on our network. Qualifying credit and 4+ lines required. Capable device required for 5G. Coverage not available in some areas. Some uses may require certain features. See T-Mobile.com.
She tried to spin this into comedy and humor. What's funny about that?
Not a black ass thing. But you know what? It's not a black ass thing. You know, sometimes the other side of the game, they kind of find really inappropriate shit funny. I mean, that explains South Park and Team America, which is really funny, by the way.
America!
Fuck yeah! Here to save the motherfucking day now.
America!
Fuck yeah! Lick my butt and suck on my balls.
Inappropriate.
Yeah, but again. But yeah, there's nothing funny about that at all.
No, that's not funny.
And I remember at some point she tried to like respond, or I don't know. I was just like, you're
You
done.
can't justify that, sis.
Like at all.
You can't do that
at all. So like, yeah. So she had stuff to say about Kanye, and I just really want her to like. First of all, like she looks exactly like Little Critter. Like she looks like she, you know, was hand drawn by Richard Scarry. You remember the life of Richard Scarry, and they had like the cat and like the worm and the apple.
I have to see it. She looks exactly like Little Critter.
She does. And I used to stand for Little Critter as a kid. Like I had all the books that I used to buy from Scholastic. Yeah. And I don't know what she's talking about and complaining about, like, naked. Like, we've been forced to, like, see her naked, like bag of milk shaped ass on fucking girls, like because she wants to represent like a non-traditional whatever the fuck, like I don't know. She just wants to be fat and naked on fucking TV, and like we don't need that. Like I get like you want different representation of you know, like because not everybody's like the blonde with the perky titties and nice booty or whatever. But it's just like, girl, we don't need to see that, and we definitely don't need to see your slinky shaped ass. Like no one at all.
No.
Like mole rat looking. Oh,
she does look like a naked mole rat. She
does.
looks exactly like Little Critter and has the same hair
and teeth.
Yep, same teeth.
Yeah. But Girls was really good, though. That's the problem.
Never watched it, never will, especially after what you just told me.
Yeah. But Broad City is the Girls we should have gotten, though.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's all the white girl I need.
Yeah. Now it's time for Tips with Jade.
Our tip today is going to be about sauteing your garlic. You know that your garlic burns very quickly when you put it in your oil. A little tip is to slice your garlic as opposed to chopping it. Slicing it keeps it from burning as quickly as it does when you chop it or mince it. And that is Tips with Jade.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
I heard you have an announcement about your Tips with Jade.
Yeah. So we've been getting a lot of requests for Cocktail of the Week. Like, people really went up for Cocktail of the Week. And so even though, you know, we've moved on to a new show, sometimes you have to add elements that are requested. So we are going to go back to Cocktail of the Week.
Booyah!
Yeah.
Team Liddy. We got some news. Are you excited?
Sure.
So, when we first started podcasting, we Jade and I covered Serial a lot. The first season, because we don't really fuck with season 2 with Bob Bergdahl. Like that was just
I tried.
Yeah, no. But guess who got a new trial?
My nigga Adnan?
Yeah. It was announced today.
Okay.
It was announced today in a press conference that he was granted a brand new trial.
Okay.
So, do you think I don't remember what your thoughts were. Because you know, I revisited season 1 and I listened to Undisclosed. Not all those episodes, but I've listened to several.
I said from day one I don't think he did it.
Okay.
I remember you saying you think he did.
Yeah, I did. And then at first I was fully committed to him doing it. And then I was like, no.
Yeah, you were, because we were like very opposite.
And then I was like, no, he didn't do it. And then I was like, and I think I'm still at the point where he didn't kill Hae-Min Lee, but he knows more than he lets on.
I'm not saying he didn't have any affiliation whatsoever. I'm not saying he didn't have any knowledge.
Yeah.
But I don't think that he physically killed her.
Right. Same here.
What rolls downstairs, a boner in pairs, rolls over your neighbor's dog. What's great for a snack and fits on your back? It's long, long, long. It's long, long. It's big, it's heavy, it's wood. It's long, long. It's better than that. It's good.
So we have a special guest.
Somebody from the new generation.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Noah.
Hi.
Hi.
What's your favorite toy?
My favorite toy is playing with Minnie.
Are you playing with Minnie Mouse?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my goal is to go Banana's house.
Uh-huh.
And my plan is to play with my toys.
Uh-huh.
Your plan is to play with your toys?
Mm-hmm.
And what's your favorite show?
My favorite show is Peppa Pig and Beyonce.
No, Caillou.
Mommy and Daddy let you watch Caillou. Caillou is bad.
No, we don't let you watch Caillou.
Yeah.
No. No Caillou. Who let you watch Caillou?
Coy did.
Koi let you watch Caillou.
Okay. So reason why Noah's here is because Jada and I were talking about all the things that like people Noah's age when they grow up they'll never get to experience.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, right. Like, have you ever seen a Cabbage Patch Doll, Noah?
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah. I ever was Nick Jr.
Oh, yeah, Nick Jr. I had Nick Jr. when I was a kid.
Do you know what Eureka's Castle is?
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
When Clay was playing with me, he was playing with me at the restaurant when I was getting donuts at the restaurant.
Okay.
And it was donut time.
Mm-hmm.
It was donut time.
Yeah.
What do you watch movies on?
I watch movies on the TV.
On the TV?
Yeah.
What else?
And when my dad grows up, he goes in the movie. It's your turn, Daddy.
Yeah, so like kids won't ever like have VHS tapes or like. But yeah, like kids. Oh, Jade's husband's here. Hi.
What's up, y'all?
So it's like kids won't ever get to experience all the stuff that we got to growing up, like the Betamax player.
Yeah, or like a VHS.
I know.
Like Noah's never gonna know what a VHS is.
At all.
You know, a DVD.
Or a DVD at this point.
A tape, a cassette tape.
Yeah. Like people won't like these people won't know. And then like who will be her Michael Jackson?
Beyonce.
Yeah.
My favorite is Beyonce.
Yeah. My favorite is Beyonce too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like who is going to be there the things that we had growing up, you know what I mean?
What are some of the things you had, babe, when you were growing up? Like toys that Noah's never going to experience?
Atari.
Oh, wow.
A Nintendo, yeah.
Can you get me a violin tomorrow?
Can I get you a violin tomorrow?
Yeah.
Well, not tomorrow, but
we'll
soon.
Talk about it. Yeah. So, I mean, like an Atari, Nintendo.
Game Boy.
Game Boy.
She's never going to know what it's like to blow into a game.
Yeah. At all. Like.
Did you have a Game Boy?
I did.
What games did you have?
Zelda.
I had Zelda.
Yeah, I banged with Zelda hard.
I think everybody.
Yeah.
I think it came with the Game Boy.
Yeah, it did. I had Zelda, and then I had Tetris.
Okay.
No, Tetris came with my Game Boy.
I had Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah.
I had Zelda.
And I remember later on I got the Game Boy Color because that's when Pokemon came out.
I stopped
and
after the green screen.
Oh no,
I didn't have any more.
No, Pokemon dropped and my whole world was like changed.
Can I sit on your lap?
You can.
Did you play Pogs?
I did. Pogs was really pointless.
It was. I didn't even
Pogs
ever understand what it was.
What, Chris?
Yeah. It's fine. We're gonna be my real name today on this show. Yeah, you're gonna take and she's taking selfies. When did I take selfies? Like
in a tie light.
Yeah, in a tie light. But like, kids will never know what all the cool stuff that we had growing up.
No, they won't.
And I feel bad.
Yeah.
Look, Chris.
Yeah. What? Oh yeah, you took a selfie of yourself.
Like,
that's
she watches
movie.
Like, she knows how to pull up Netflix and Hulu. She knows how to pull up Netflix and Hulu.
Yeah, and she's 3.
Right. Like, we would put the VH into the VCR.
But then I feel like we did too as kids. Like, we knew how to operate that stuff.
Then you had to rewind. Did you have the separate rewinder?
Nah.
Oh, we got a little fancy.
Oh, the rewinder machine.
Yeah.
You got to rewind your tapes before you
to Blockbuster.
Yes, I forgot about that.
But like, I feel bad. Like, kids aren't growing up was lit. Like, the 90s were lit.
Yeah.
Like, it was simpler times. There was Pizza Hut. And there was
nobody was worried about GMOs.
No,
now I'm freaking out all the time. Like, is my corn real?
I know.
It was a very simple time. Like, everybody looked forward to TGIF. Yes.
Can we eat some food now?
Oh, in a minute.
Okay.
So, thank you, Noah, for being on the show.
You're welcome.
Okay. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Introducing touch-free payments from PayPal, a safe way for your customers to pay. Whether you're a market seller,
I'll take 2 tomatoes and a cucumber.
poodle pamperer, piano tuner, or plumber. Signing up to accept touch-free payments for your business is easy. Simply download the PayPal app and display your own unique QR code for your customers to scan. Touch-free QR code payments. No seller fees until 2021. Not applicable to PayPal here transactions. Other fees may apply. Shop safe with PayPal.
Right now, switch your family to T-Mobile and get 4 lines for $25 a line with AutoPay and 5G access included on America's largest 5G network. So don't wait. Get unlimited and nationwide 5G access for the whole family for just $25 a line. Visit a T-Mobile store or T-Mobile.com today.
Plus taxes and fees. Customers may notice lower speeds and further reduction if using over 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video at 480p. Unlimited while on our network. Qualifying credit and 4+ lines required. Capable device required for 5G. Coverage not available in some areas. Some uses may require certain features. See T-Mobile.com.